Welcome to another exciting episode of Doug's Electronic Repair Bench.
Alright, good afternoon YouTube. Back with you once more on this Sunday. All my weekend company left early this morning, so I don't have to worry about them. I wanted to get back to this. I think when I looked at this signal generator the other day and went through the close-ups and things, and I was talking about some things I wanted to change, and I really didn't explain that very well. And in the description for this video, there will be a link that points to a page on the internet that deals with this signal generator, this E200d B&K signal generator, and it has a good deal of information. It has the service manual, it has the owner's manual, it has just basically anything you can want for this meter. It's there, okay? And the guy that put the page up, he did some modifications to make it better. I'm going to point those out. The first one involves this connector here. Now this, for any of you guys that don't know, this is an old microphone type connector, and some of the older equipment use these, but modern equipment now use a BNC connector, which I don't have one close by I can show you. But anyway, I think you probably know what they look like. They take a cable, you just put it in there and turn it and click it, and it's locked in there. There's a modification for that. That's an easy one. All you do is take this out, put that one in, and solder the wire to it. That's pretty much all there is to it. There is a modification for the modulation transistor on this. Is apparently a problem area because there's a service bulletin that's on that page that tells how to go about changing out the transistor that was supplied with the unit originally with an FET transistor, field effect transistor, and I think that's supposed to be more stable for this signal generator. I've already got the transistors ordered. They were cheap on eBay. Oh yeah, I want to show you this. Back to that. That's where that. I don't know if you can see. That's where that BNC connector will go right there, where that orange wire is, and that's where it changes out. So that's an easy fix, but I had to take this cover off to do that. So I've got the parts for that. They got the transistor ordered to change the transistor out. Now the one thing I want to do, and I already told you about the power cord. I think I'm going to get use one of the power cords I've got and just get a new round type strain relief to go in there, and those are inexpensive. But one of the modifications they put on this is another BNC connector, which will go to your frequency counter. Now you guys may recall I did that on my ICO. I put an extra BNC connector on there for that. So that it went directly to the frequency counter, gave a good readout and everything like that. Works really great. This one will work great too, but I did not like the way the guy did his. I'm going to tell you why. For one thing, he ran the connector through here. I don't know exactly how he did it, but I didn't look at it really close. But if you run a connector here, you're either going to have to take that connector off when you take this cover off, or it's just not going to come off very easily. So, I mean, it connects to this board right here, I believe is where it connects. And it's going to have to be, I mean, that would be really difficult, I would think, to do. So what I'm going to do is run the connector through the bottom of the chassis, a nice open space here. I'll run it up here to the connector, down connector to over here. Where I want to connect mine is right here next to this. See if I can get this. I'm not going to do close up, but I think you can see it. Next to this red pilot light here, there's a nice big space right there. It's open here. There's nothing, no problem with it. I'll put my BNC connector there, run the cable over to here, and it will connect down at the bottom here. Like I said, there's several places I could put it and do it that way. So I don't even have to. I could actually run the whole cable, and that's another possibility, is run the cable from here through the chassis up there and don't even have to bother with putting a connector there. That would save a lot of money and time and everything else. So that's what I may do. I hadn't really looked at this yet to see what kind of stuff I was going to get into. But the thing of it is, this is I think the where the signal might get out is this is all covered with this copper cage of sorts here. And I believe that's where the problem may be as far as getting signal. So the concern is that the signal leakage from inside this cage would get into whatever you were trying to align as far as the radio or whatever, and you would have a spurious signal there, and it would make it difficult to do the alignment the way it's supposed to be done. So all this stuff will be considered. I'm thinking about all this stuff, how to do the best way to do it. I certainly don't want to mess up the capabilities of this meter and, do something stupid. That would be dumb. But, because I do really like this meter. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for all this stuff to come, I plan on cleaning all this stuff up. And any kind of fixes that need to be fixed that cosmetically, things like that. This knob. I haven't found one yet online, but I think I can take this and take some JB Weld or something like that, and I think if I can figure out which way this goes, I think I can, because there's a knot in there as far as the way this used to go. I think it went like this. Pretty darn sure. Yeah, see, it fits in there perfectly like that. So I could take JB Weld and go all around that and pretty much use that knob with no problems, I think. So that may be the ideal fix for that. I don't know yet, but that's one possibility. And like I say, if I can find, I wouldn't mind replacing it, and that wouldn't be too bad. But it's going to be difficult to find one. This other one, I do have a replacement knob that I'm going to be able to use for that, because off the Heathkit meter I bought new knobs for it, and it had one good knob that was almost identical to these, and it'll work fine just like it is. This faceplate is going to have to be cleaned. It's pretty dirty, and I don't know if you can hardly, that shows up too good or not, but it's pretty darn dirty. It's dusty more than anything, but it is dirty. And so that BNC connector for the frequency counter will come out right here, and I think that's going to be a really good place for it. I think that's going to work out great. When I set it up on the shelf, it'll be on the right end and everything. So that's good. So I just want to make this quick video, basically to tell you what I was doing with this and my plans for it, besides using it, obviously. And I still am going to do a video where I plug this in and see how it works, just like it is, because I'm not going to go put all these screws and everything back in it just to take it out again when I do the modifications. That's stupid. And I try not to do stupid things when I can help it. Sometimes I do them anyway. You know how that works. But like I said, that's the plans and my ideas for doing this, and I hope everything works out like it should. And like I said, I don't know what else to say, but when I do the demonstration of this, I'm going to have a radio here set up so we can go through some of the frequencies that it might be on. I'm going to try an FM AM radio to where I can do some of the higher frequencies as well, see how they work, and I'll run it to a antenna where you can see the how it transfers over to the radio and things like that. And also give me a good opportunity to test the modulation. The modulation on this, I didn't mention it, but modulation on this meter is probably its weakest spot. Well, several people have complained that the modulation doesn't work, it takes too long to warm up, and this is solid state. It should not take any time to warm up. You know, you obviously want to let any meter or test equipment warm up a little bit before you start trying to use it to calibrate things. But as far as actual, you know, it should come right on instantly. And if it doesn't, there's something wrong with it, so it needs to be fixed. That's just my opinion, and for what that's worth. So, like I say, I did catch up on all my videos. I think I mentioned that. I don't know if I did, but I still got several Jim Lendinaz videos to watch. I try to save those for last because his are generally longer than most, and you know, it's just something I like to do, keep his for last and watch his. But everything else is caught up. I've watched a lot of videos. When those girls come to visit, it's just, you know, I don't have time to do any of that because they require constant, I won't say supervision because obviously they're old enough where they don't need to be supervised that much, but if I go in my room for something, you know, I can be in there for 5 minutes and within 3 minutes they're in there. What are you doing here? Why? What are you doing? Well, it's just the way they are. But like I said, and I understand that they, like I said before, they enjoy their visits here and enjoy, you know, spending time with me, and I enjoy them too. But sometimes, like I said, it's just I like to get some of this stuff done. But anyway, again, I don't want to belate the factor here, but this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm gonna do. And you know, that's another thing. Here I am doing a video, and I could be working on this, but now I'm gonna have to take the camera back in there, upload the video, and edit the video, and all that stuff. I can understand why a lot of guys don't like making videos. I enjoy making the videos and editing them and everything like that, but I also miss the time that I could spend, you know, with stuff like this and work on it. But you know, I'll have if things go the same way as they did the last three weeks, I won't have to pick up the girls till Wednesday, so I'll have, you know, this Sunday, I have Monday, Tuesday to and most of Wednesday actually to do what I want. So, you know, my grandson, he's not like the girls. He goes to his room and you know, you don't go in there and say, hey, how you doing? You never know he was there. But like I said, it is what it is. And that's my plans, and I'm going to post a couple of pictures of this, the way this guy did this mod, or you know, I may just put the link up there and you guys can look at it. But the frequency counter mod is the one I was talking about. It comes out through this cage, and I didn't really care for that because there's no real easy way to do that. So, alright guys, I'm rambling, and I gotta get off here. So, you all have a good day, and thanks for watching.